Aileen Bautista is founder at Easy Sourcing Group. Hello, Aileen. Welcome to Startup Podcast. We're very happy to have you.
Hello. Hi, Sir Christian. Thank you so much for inviting me over your startup podcast. It's actually my pleasure.
Yes, actually, Easy Sourcing Group is one of the startups na part ng Arise Plus Boost Accelerator Program, and we're actually interviewing isa-isa yung mga startups dito. Pero Easy Sourcing Group is actually something very interesting. It's a one-stop logistics support from countries like China, South Korea, and Hong Kong to the Philippines. So ang dami kong gustong tanongin. So I started this question, Aileen. So ano nga ba ang Easy Sourcing Group?
So easy sourcing is actually your end-to-end importation partner. So we take care of sourcing products overseas, paying your suppliers overseas, and also shipping from China and Korea and Hong Kong up to your doorstep in the Philippines. So our mission really is to lower the trade barriers for SMEs and to make importation accessible for SMEs as a whole.
Wow. Okay. Ang daming words dun na very interesting. Gusto ko himayin isa-isa. End-to-end, that's one thing. Logistic support, that's another thing. And yung pag-breakdown nung import barriers and making it easy for Filipino SMEs to import from maybe like Chinese suppliers or Korean suppliers. Pero before we go to that, how did this all start? Parang what was the opportunity that made you jump na, uy, I will make this one-stop logistic support from, I think they started from China, diba, to the Philippines. So what started all of this?
Actually, it started because first I'm also an e-commerce seller before starting easy sourcing. So I realized that it's actually pretty hassle to import. So napagdaanan na namin yan before as an e-commerce seller. So there's really very few one-stop logistic solution lang that you can rely on before. So usually sa kanila is multiple service providers. Like for example, if we're getting a shipping quote from China to Philippines, multiple quotes pa kami from different suppliers or different service provider. So it's pretty hassle. And second one, marami ding mga paperworks that you should supply or you should give before you can start importing as an SME. And second, it's really hard to get a reliable supplier abroad because although importing gives you lots of benefits like price benefits and then yung mga more product availability sa overseas, but then but also it also involves a certain amount of risk if you're importing, like getting scammed by an overseas supplier or kaya getting a defective quality item, all sorts of things. So we want to lessen, so after namin nadaanan yung mga ganun, we want to lessen the risk as much as possible for our clients to make it really convenient. So side kwento lang, before, ayun nga, nag-e-commerce pa kami, na-scam kami ng suppliers sa China. So parang meron kaming in-import na corkboard. So this corkboard is yung corkboard na brown, tapos nilalagyan mo siya ng pink. Tapos you put your mga goals and stuff or mga reminders, ganun. So, parang may na-import kami na 180 pesos per piece before sa isang supplier. So, of course, nung alam namin sure na may demand dito, we want to lower down the prices less than 180 sana. So, we search for suppliers overseas sa China. So, eventually, may nahanap kami na supplier na parang 150 pesos siya per piece. So, it's really 30 pesos difference from the first supplier. Siyempre, nung nakita namin yun, like, we're really excited to get the product na. So, nagbayad kami agad. Didn't ask too much question and stuff. So, pagdating dito sa Philippines, the quality is way, way, way worse than dun sa first one. So, alam mo yun, may mga ganong klaseng risk that is attached if you import. That's why we want to really lessen the risk being on their place before kami nag-start ng easy. So, we want to minimize the risk. So kaya kami nag-offer din ng product sourcing since we know that that's actually one of the biggest challenges of the e-commerce seller or the MSMEs. Yeah.
So,
we decided to, ano po yun?
Hindi nyo nabenta yung corkboards na yun?
Nabenta namin. Pero luckily, nabenta namin siya. Pero binabaan namin yung price niya. Kasi naging parang one-sided cork na lang siya. Hindi siya two-sided. Tapos yung isa, sobrang mabilis siya masira if you ship it. Yeah, since yung JNT dito, tinatapon-tapon na kasi nila. So, yeah. Pero nabenta pa rin namin lahat. So, good thing. So, yun. So, we combined all these problems that we've encountered and we've thought of solutions surrounding them. So, yun, dun lang galing si Easy, basically.
Ang galing actually. So, from e-commerce and nag-jump kumbaga backwards or parang
Yes.
vertically na
Correct.
so you become the solver of your own problem. And actually,
Yes.
this solution you solve for many other e-commerce sellers,
Yes.
right?
Yes, correct.
This actually what logistics means, ano? So parang importation from products, importation of actual physical items from other countries to the Philippines kasi ibebenta pa siya dito. And you provide support, logistics support. Now, this is what I'm very curious, yung end-to-end logistics support. So what do we mean by end-to-end? Ano ba itong mga serbisyo na ito? You mentioned yung product sourcing. I think that's one, ano. And then I think you also support with like yung actual air or even sea freight, yung transportation and payment. So can you share all of this assistance, these services that you provide?
Actually, tama. By end-to-end, we mean from product sourcing to paying and then to shipping. So for product sourcing, this is wherein we help you find legitimate suppliers. So for example, if you're looking for a specific bottle, tapos hindi mo siya mahanap, for example, sa Alibaba or nahirapan ka makahanap ng supplier sa Alibaba, then we source for you and then really ensure that you're only transacting with legitimate or legit clients, legit suppliers. Kasi nga, yun nga yung usually problem sa mga first-timers or sa mga beginners na baka ma-scam sila. So we reduce the risk for you. Kasi syempre, if na-scam kayo, lagot din kami. So we really ensure that the suppliers are legitimate. And then, ayun nga, after that, if let's say naka-negotiate mo na yung supplier na okay ka with the price and also okay ka din with the items, nag-send siya ng mga photos and then satisfied ka, pasok naman siya sa requirement mo, then we can help you pay your supplier in their local currency. So for China, it's CNY or RMB. So we'll help you pay in their local currency. And then for Korea naman, it's Korea Won. So KRW. That's why we kaya kami nag-add ng ganitong service kasi usually cheaper siya if you pay them in local currency as compared to paying them in USD. So yun. And then after we pay them, then the supplier ship it to our China warehouse na. Then from China warehouse or Korea warehouse or Hong Kong warehouse, kami na bahala. So we take off the taxes, the customs clearing, and then the paperwork, the duties, everything. So the only thing that you have to worry about is paano mo ibebenta yung product na import mo. So that's it. And actually, we also have factory inspection service pala. So this one is also recently added one. Kasi meron kaming client na nag-request sa amin that if we can check their item before loading. Kasi itong client, like, medyo big time na siya. So, she imported the whole 40-footer container. So, nag-request siya sa amin if we can really let our people in China check the goods before loading it sa container, before siya ma-transit talaga dito sa Philippines. That's why we also added this factory inspection service kasi merong mga ganong klaseng requirements or kaya add-ons that can help our clients reduce the risk overall. So yeah. So that's how
you mean by this inspection, they can actually get a picture, get a
yes, lahat. Video, picture, tapos video call, ganun. So lahat talaga siya. Pero medyo makain sa oras, yeah. But,
and just to clarify, you have actual warehouses in China, in South Korea, in Hong Kong, is that right? And you also have people there.
Yes.
Okay, this is amazing kasi hindi lang siya, I mean, it's really everything that I need to do if I sell something
you want to import,
that's imported from other country. Hindi lang siya logistics support. It's actually everything. Kumbaga, ang gagawin ko na lang, isipin ko, ano yung ibenta ko? Pupunta ako sa inyo. Sabihin ko, gusto magbenta ng ganito. Kayo nagagawa kung ano gusto kong gawin. Tama ba? Is that right?
Yes, correct. At saka dapat, ikaw magbebenta. Yun lang. Yun yung hindi kasama sa service namin. Yeah.
Pero,
so, tama.
Malaking bagay kasi nung product sourcing actually, yung pagpili nung supplier na quality, yun actually isa sa mga mahirap na bagay as a seller, ensuring that your suppliers are good quality and yun nga, hindi ka i-scamin. So, actually, that's very nice. It's, I mean, I cannot highlight any further kumbaga yung amount of value that this can actually bring to e-commerce sellers. Hindi lang siya logistics support. It's everything.
Yeah.
Anyway, can I
True.
ask again? So you said no na nagsimula kayo sa China because you're an e-commerce seller that's importing from China. Marami pa talaga nag-i-import from China. Marami pa talaga e-commerce sellers ang like nagsa-source from China.
Yes, sobra. Until now, so yun nga, initially nag-start talaga kami with China, but we slowly expanded also to South Korea and also Hong Kong kasi may mga demand din doon. So madami talaga nag-import sa China. So it's actually not only a phenomenon here in Philippines but it's actually a worldwide phenomenon kasi China is also still viewed as the world's factory. So marami pa rin mga international companies that are doing their sourcing or building factories there to lower down the cost. So China still exports most of the goods. Tapos, ang cool thing kasi sa China, that's why they have the export advantage. Kasi yung government nila, they really encourage the businesses there to export. For example, ang cool thing sa kanila, I'm not sure with the Philippine regulations, but in China, if you export, meron kang 13% rebate as a business. So ganun siya ka okay. Let's say 13% is our VAT, diba? So 12% ka lang atin eh. So sa kanila, they have like those kind of rebates or policy market friendly policies. That's why yun nga, marami pa rin like very okay yung export market nila. That's why still a lot of people import. Yeah.
As I know, China kasi parang ang focus nga nila manufacturing and export of their actually possible din na hindi naman Chinese owned company. I mean, there are a lot of like other countries na nagtatayo ng factory and then they export. Correct. But still, China can benefit from that. Pero dati, just to I mean, I have to ask this. Dati kasi may notion ng made in China. Although now I know actually na
true.
ang laking bagay na, ang laking, kumbaga, we can actually see na nag-i-improve na yung quality ng mga products from China. What do you have to say about that?
Yeah, yung question mo is maraming like bad notion about China, no? Or bad comments or feedbacks.
Yeah.
Yes, that's so true. Kasi kahit saan ka naman punta sa press or if you read the article online, marami talagang bad reputation yung China. Like they're usually being said na, okay, if China yan, bulok yan. Or if China yan, low yung quality. Yeah, that's true. I guess few years ago. And right now, meron din mga ganong klaseng suppliers. But right now, if you know the China policy, meron na silang bagong policy na made in China 2025. So that is their policy or parang they're improving on their products. So mas innovative na yung products nila right now. Yes. And they are moving from lower chain value to higher chain value na. So for example, before, ang gagawin lang nila is they would assemble, let's say, they would assemble a certain cell phone. But right now, what they would do in a higher chain value is sila nagagawa ng cellphone, like the whole parts, sila nagagawa. So, yun yung naging transition from China. That's why,
yes.
That's why may US trade war because the US actually na-feel na yung threat niya. Na-feel na niya yung threat ng China as a whole. So,
that's true. Like electric vehicles, for example, ang dami ng manufacturers ng electric vehicles sa China. And even not just assembling or manufacturing cell phones from scratch, but even yung tiniest parts like semiconductors, they can even actually manufacture with good quality. So medyo umaangat naman na yung quality and
konti umaangat na.
Why did you also like expand quote unquote to South Korea and Hong Kong? So marami rin bang importers dito?
Mas marami pa din sa China, honestly. Kasi yung sa China, merong mga platforms na available like for wholesale. For example, Made in China platform and then Alibaba platform. But then these two countries, for South Korea and Hong Kong, wala siyang parang wholesale platform like China that is very prevalent or very famous. Kaya rin kami nag-expand kasi may nag-ask din sa amin like, do you know, can you bring this product in from Korea and stuff like that. Kaya yun, slowly na-realize namin, may demand din pala. Then we can cross-sell it to our existing client, ganun. So, yun yung naisip namin. That's why
Actually,
we expand.
actually, yeah, ang dami nga rin manufacturers sa Korea, pero meron din ba dito? Sorry if I really have to ask this.
Ano
Meron din
na?
ba nag-import ng mga K-pop items?
Yes, yes. Mga BTS items. Ayan, sobrang sikat niyan. Sa mga, this one is for younger generation kasi. So, ayun, yun yung mga sikat. And for Korea, they also have lots of like machine spare parts, machineries. Marami din sa Korea nun. And the quality is usually okay naman for Korea. So, yun.
Yeah, actually, Samsung, for example, I mean, marami ring
Oo.
very well-known manufacturers from South Korea.
Yes, yes. Tapos mga car parts, yeah.
Yes, yes. And just to give another like more picture of this. What kinds of items or in the Philippines who are these like e-commerce sellers? I mean, just to know ano mga items ito yung mga usually pa na-import from these countries.
Yeah. For actually our target clients, hindi lang naman siya like e-commerce. So we cater to the whole MSME, so micro, small, medium enterprises. And then the industry really ranges from retail, e-commerce, electronics, manufacturing, tapos mga construction, pharmaceutical. So iba-iba talaga. And may food din. So iba-ibang industry sila. And when you ask kung ano yung mga ini-import, let's say sa China, a lot. Sa China pa din mas sikat yung mga items. Let's say mga car parts, mga jewelries, mga clothes. And let's say nung pandemic, medyo sikat yung mga cosmetics, yung mga pet items. Sobrang sumikat yan nung pandemic. I'm not sure if you've noticed that, pero laki talaga ng in-improve na. Parang lahat ng friends ko nagkaroon na ng pet, gano'n. So yun. So furniture, machineries, etc. And so, iba-iba talaga yung possibilities of products that you can import. And for Korea naman, usually mga machineries and machineries parts. And let's say, marami kasing mga car brands din doon, like Kia, etc., Hyundai. So, you can also import yung mga spare parts.
Yeah, okay. That's kumbaga na fill up na lahat ng mga gusto kong tanongin, and it's very clear actually what you do and why there's a need actually for like this company in the first place. I mean, napaka-rich ng importing na ginagawa. I mean, napakadami ng mga imports actually going to the Philippines, and to provide this support is actually very helpful for our SMEs. Can we know about, so you are the founder, no? Can we know about other people in the team? Can we know also like maybe some background, some backstories? I mean, how really did you start this? Kumbaga, paano nagsimula mismo si Easy Sourcing?
So actually the company, so nag-start ako like with myself lang. So it's September 2020. So nag-start kami with that. And initially, yun nga, may experience with e-commerce. So ang ginawa ko in the first place to accumulate the client is to go online, of course, because it's the cheapest one. So nag-ads kami, tapos just posting different kinds of stuff and messaging people to the point that, alam mo yung account mo, your account is restricted for 48 hours, stuff like that. So na-reach ko yun yung point na parang sobrang obsessed talaga. Okay, messaging people around para i-yaya sila
Facebook yan? Saan yan?
Sa Facebook. Oo, sa Facebook. Meron silang ganun na para restricted account. Ganun. So, yan. After that, after a while, nakagulat kasi yun nga with the ads and with the graphics, we've accumulated clients. So, meron kami naging clients. And after that, na-realize ko na I can't do it my own. So, ang una kong inano is the graphics team and marketing team. So, the cool thing is, at that time, nung hinar ko yung graphics, like, she's also starting, and ka-age ko siya, like, she's also starting with her graphics journey, which is so cool kasi nagba-bounce idea kami with each other without the hierarchy. Yeah. And then eventually the content creator came in, sales came in, warehouse came in. So right now we're 5 on the team. So I'm managing the business operations, tapos yung finance, and we have marketing, graphics, and we also have one for content creator, one for sales, and one for warehouse. So yeah.
Wait, lima lang kayo? I cannot imagine na 5 lang kayo at nagagawa nito.
Sa Philippines, yeah. Sa Philippines.
Yes. But,
yes.
I mean, I cannot, I mean, of course, you can do it. I mean, pero like, in my mind,
overloaded lang. That's why sometimes no me time.
In the first place, because you're young, kumbaga you expanded vertically your business? Hindi ba siya parang intimidating in the first place that before you're doing e-commerce and now you're actually dealing directly with the suppliers from China? Hindi ba siya ganun ka parang kahirap lulukin in the first place?
Super overwhelming siya. And then the pressure is super real. Kaya mahirap talaga mag-start ng business, honestly. So if you want to start your business, kailangan hindi ka faint-hearted. Because iba yung pressure na na-feel ko before as an e-commerce seller. Kasi this one, the pressure is mas maraming direction. For example, from suppliers, from our clients, from the shippers that we're talking to. So ang daming klaseng pressure. Of course, it's daunting talaga at first. Walang new stuff na hindi daunting. So the way I do it is like really step by step, and then I'm not that afraid of failure anymore, I guess. Kasi before ako nag-start, like I'm super afraid na baka mag-fail ako dito. But eventually, I guess progress is better than perfection talaga. So you learn as you go, tapos i-modify mo na lang or improve mo na lang yung process mo as you go, and not think too much na parang okay, if nagkamali ako dito, mali na. But you can always learn from your mistakes naman. So, okay lang.
Yeah, pero actually, ang laking bagay nito kasi, correct me if I'm wrong, actually, I don't know anything much about it.
Sige,
pero, I mean,
go lang.
If you have this connection, if you have this network of Chinese suppliers, ang laking bagay yun, and ang laking advantage yun, and ang laki ng ma-reach mo sa Philippines. Maybe you can share, may knowledge ka, like about other people, about organizations that's doing this. Kasi, in my perspective, what you're doing is really very big, and it has a lot of potential. And kung walang ibang gagawa nito sa Pilipinas, you have everything. You're the sole importer from China to the Philippines. What do you think about this?
Marami kaming kalaban. So that's actually our unique selling point still. Kasi marami kaming kalaban for the shipping services. That's why nung nag-start kami, the way we named the brand then is easy sourcing as compared to like shipping or like cargo stuff. So yun talaga yung naging unique selling point namin na okay, we have shipping, but also at the same time we have add-on services like product sourcing and stuff like that. So, yun. Wait lang, ano ulit question mo, sir? Nakalimutan ko.
For example, yung shipping and yung payment, marami yan sa Pilipinas eh.
Marami.
Pero yung product sourcing, yung supplier selection, yung supplier, and you have a warehouse may product tracking then somehow from the other country. That's really like the value that's very important. You can actually even provide these services to these shipping companies. You can actually parang integrate with them.
Oo nga, no? Ayan, that's a good idea. Paano yun, sir? Kasi you're IE, so I guess mas magaling ka sa mga system or like how to make it more efficient. Pwede tayo mag-chika about that.
Ito naman yung ginagawa sa podcast eh. I mean, this is also like a stage of ideas. Pero yun nga, when you decompose, diba, yung shipping, yung payment, yun yung parang mas routinary. Pero yung value really that you actually parang provide is yung sourcing. So I'm just thinking about it. Parang ito talaga yung what sets you apart from these other logistics companies.
Yes, actually.
Because of this.
Yes, correct. Totoo. And then nakikita ko rin, initially hindi namin, because initially when we started, the sourcing, the revenue from the sourcing, not as much siya. So parang dati nga gusto ko na siyang tanggalin kasi parang yung revenue from that area is really like small, pero onte-onte lumalaki naman siya given the growth or the sustainable clients.
Yeah, I think that's true. Given the growth and the sustainable, kung sa inyo na lagi kumukuha and lagi nyo na-ensure quality. And lagi kayong, kumbaga, if they want a new supplier and you can easily do it for them, I think yun yung magiging parang really what sets you apart from other beyond logistics.
Yes. Correct.
Let's go naman sa sumali kayo nga sa Arise plus si Boost Accelerator Program Cohort 2, which is co-implemented by IdeaSpace and Kubo, DTI, and the International Trade Center. First, paano kayo napunta sa program na ito? And pangalawa, how did you benefit from it?
Paano kami naging part ng Arise?
Yeah, let's start with that. And how did you gain? What did you gain from the program?
Yeah. Actually, yung start, I just saw it online. So, I guess meron akong friend na nag-share nung post online. So, I'm pretty afraid to enter the program actually. Kasi parang feeling ko, ano ba yan? Parang sino ba ako to enter the program? And stuff like that. And feeling ko hindi ako mapipili din. So that's why hindi like very hesitant ako until the last 3 days siguro, like last few days tsaka ako nag-join. So but then I realized like what's the worst that can happen naman. So okay, join ka na lang and then see how it works or ano mangyari. So the benefits, marami talaga kaming benefits na nakuha from the program actually. Because operating a startup, as you know, or sa mga listeners dyan na startup owners din, alam niyo yan kung gaano kahirap mag-operate ng startup. Ang dami mong palaging iniisip. And what's cool, kasi before starting my own startup, before the e-commerce seller journey also, I worked before for a while. Tapos parang for me, ang hirap na nun. Tapos right now, when I started my own, mas mahirap pa pala if you start your own business. Like before ka matulog, you think of it. And after magising, that's the first thing that you think of it, of the like the first thing that comes to your mind as well. So masakit talaga siya sa ulo. Even when you're traveling or having your downtime, you're also thinking about it. So the program really gave us support that we needed as a startup. So first, meron kaming pool of mentors that we can tap. So these mentors each have their own forte or specialization. And second, you can also gain more knowledge. For example, meron kaming 12 plus sessions. I forgot the exact number, but we have lessons on finance, on sales, on fundraising, and the topics that a startup would normally need. So it really do prepare me as a founder to be better entrepreneur. Ganon. And third, we also have founders who are with us in the cohort. So 12 kami. So who are experiencing the same challenges as we are, or kaya if hindi the same, it's pretty similar. So it's really cool then to bounce our ideas off with each other, and we can also do some collaboration or like partnerships in the near future wherein we can grow together. So those really are the top 3 things na nakuha ko from the program, the Cubo program. So for startups are out there, if you're looking to like grow or to learn more as a business owner, it's actually a good experience and good opportunity to join the Cubo program or marami pa silang mga program not limited to Arise.
Yeah. It still baffles me right now na 5 lang kayo sa team. Hindi ba parang na-suggest sa inyo ng program or anyone else na parang do you have any plans like for growing the team, for like making the team larger? Especially with the administration, with the operations.
Yes, kailangan. Yes, kailangan. Because right now we're fully loaded. So, for the hiring kasi, it's actually pretty hard to hire people that is pasok sa standard. So, that's why yun yung naisip ko kanina na second session, like hiring techniques, more technical stuff. Kasi these kinds of things, it's really super hard. Dati hindi ko kalain na it's actually hard to be an HR, to find quality people. Kahit na nga meron ka na nga squad, I think mahirap pa rin makahanap ng quality. And then if you train them, baka umalis sila, or if you train them, tapos ayaw na nila sa company and stuff like that. So all those kinds of struggles, yeah, medyo mahirap siya. Although of course, I want to expand the team, but we're doing it slowly, not naman agad-agad. Kasi mahirap mag-hire ng okay na tao in general.
Yeah, siguro I'll take this time na rin to explain yung series na mga episodes sa Startup Podcast. So actually episode 1, itong unang episode natin, itong unang pag-usap natin is more of introductory and yung motivational, the purpose, the backstories. Second natin pagkikita in the future, we will talk about business models, about revenue models, about those kind of things, competitors, market, product market fit, market analysis. And actually, meron pa part 3. Part 3 yung more about the people. I'm thinking about that. Parang with with client, I mean expansion. Actually, it's like first one is startup, second one is about business models, third one is scaling up naman for scaling organization. So andun yung hiring, andun yung having different departments, leadership team, and also parang
can't wait.
parang across, I mean, expanding your market across different cultures, different places,
Internationalization
in the whole world. Yes.
Yes, yes.
Anyway, balik tayo sa easy sourcing. Another thing I'm curious. So right now, are you more of B2B or B2C? B2C, like for example, directly to e-commerce sellers. B2B, as in like to SMEs, ano. Pero you can actually also do this with like large companies, with even like corporations. So parang you become like the sole supplier, logistics and supplier support for them. So what's your plans for this?
Right now, majority of our clients ay mga micro sellers. So by micro businesses, it's parang 10 below employees. So B2B pa rin siya. So majority of our clients are B2B, micro sellers or micro business owners. And we also have corporate clients pero mas konti. Since for corporate clients, they're very itataga ka talaga nila sa price. So it's a bit harder for us still as a small business. Pero the expansion plan is we plan to add more countries in the near future since marami din kami na-receive na inquiries that, let's say, for other ASEAN countries and for Western countries or European countries as well. So we're thinking about that. So probably sometime the end of this year, magkakaroon ng new country. So we're still thinking what country. Yes. So yeah, that's what we plan to do. And then for the sourcing capabilities, we plan to add din sana maka-source din kami sa Hong Kong. Since right now we can only source sa China and Korea. So yun.
I actually live in Taiwan and marami nandito manufacturers.
Okay.
Meron mga plans
Okay.
Yes.
In Taiwan. So Taiwan, electronics, no? Electronics machines.
Yeah. Machineries din. Actually, even bikes. Uso dito ang bikes. I mean, bike manufacturers, marami. And semiconductors, electronics, and actually,
semiconductors.
small and even medium to large machineries.
I see. Got this. Next Taiwan.
Actually, bike. Maraming mga normal people lang. Pupunta ng Taiwan, bibili ng bike, iuuwi by airplane, so
sobrang ganda ba ng quality?
Maganda, yes. And actually, mura. Kasi nag-import din naman talaga ang Pilipinas ng bikes from Taiwan. Eh. So,
yes. Oh,
interesting. Mountain bikes, mga legitimate bikes na medyo mahal. I mean, yung medyo high-end na. Ayun. So, yeah, information din. Baka yung plan.
Noted. Taiwan. Okay, noted.
Anyway, Anyway, yeah, I think that's it. I think that's a very good. Actually, that's a very, very good introductory episode to easy sourcing. I think we've answered all the questions, and I think kumbaga nalinaw natin ano ba yung ginagawa ninyo as a one-stop end-to-end logistics and product sourcing support for these Philippine MSMEs from China, from Korea, and Hong Kong. If our listeners want to know more, maybe they want your service, or maybe they want to partner up with you, or maybe they want to join the team. So how can they find more information?
Yeah, so first off, thank you so much, Sir Christian, for inviting Easy Sourcing over. So yeah, such a pleasure. So more power sana to your startup podcast. So if you want to know more about Easy Sourcing, just head to our Facebook page. So just head to Facebook and type Easy Sourcing Group. Or you can also search us dun sa Google mismo. So, kami yung first one na magpa-pop out dun. And we have almost all the social media like Facebook, Instagram, Viber, WhatsApp, YouTube, TikTok. So, just feel free to chat us anywhere doon sa social media, wherever it's convenient for you. And if you want to know more about how to start importing and if meron kayong gustong ipa-quote, pwede nyo yan ipa-quote sa amin kasi we offer free quote. So if you just have the item name, tapos yung mga photo, packaging dimension, and weight, we can give you a free quote na bago pa kayo mag-ship sa amin. So yun yung maganda. Ito yung hassle before eh. Yeah.
Yes, that's a very good quoting.
Yes,
initial quoting. Actually, wow. That's and actually parang when you clear that sakit sa ulo, ang daming nag-open ito ng opportunity for e-commerce, for more e-commerce sellers. Kasi ito talaga yung obstacle na parang kailangang lagpasan bago makapagsimula eh. Yung
totoo.
And yung paghanap nga ng quotations for these items. Anyway, I saw pala yung inyong YouTube so I actually have taken a look at it. Yung guide.
Oh my God.
Actually na And doon ko na-realize na, I mean, you're actually, parang sisiksik nyo nga talaga yung team ninyo. You're doing everything as a startup founder.
My God.
Yeah, but it's actually nice, no, to have those guides then for importing. Yeah, so maraming salamat, Aileen, for this conversation. It's actually very fun and I really enjoyed talking with you. Salamat.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much as well. Thank you for inviting me, actually. Thank you, thank you. See you.
Salamat.
Thank you very much to our 32 patrons. This episode is super powered by TechShake, Asia's most active Philippine-based startup ecosystem builder creating bridges with investors, corporations, and governments. 1 CFO, tech-enabled CFO, bookkeeping, and tax services for startups and SMEs. Take 5 Outdoors, the best guided outdoor adventure tour in the Philippines. They specialize in hiking and mountaineering trips. Benjoy's Food Products, the home of premium bacon ends, tapa, and tocino. D-Buzz, Web3 microblogging app promoting freedom of speech and content ownership. Pinoy IP Works, capture your startup's value proposition through patent and trademark protection. Packetworks, the leading enabler and only Internet of Things social enterprise in the Philippines. Looking for buy and sell online with Sigurado sellers. And NutriCoach, the all-in-one productivity tool for dietitians and nutritionists. This episode is powered by Pareto Consulting, AltSwitch, ePlayment, Tuala, and Hive Energy PH. AskLex PH Academy is our official e-learning partner. Get certifications on Lean Six Sigma, project management, data science, and many more. Support the podcast through the links in the description.